Well, Crimson Desert has just released an update today, and we're going to go ahead and go over these patch notes, so stay tuned. Make sure you hit that like button, share the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Stay up to date with the latest news, tips, tricks, information, everything we got here at GameOut Gaming. And hit that notification bell so you know when we on. What's going on out there, everybody? How y'all doing out there? This is GameOut Gaming. This is Marquez speaking. Appreciate you for joining. But like I said, we got some patch notes to go ahead and go over in regards to Crimson Desert. I haven't went over anything to see what they done yet, so this will be new to me as well. So let's see what they got going on. All right, fellow Gray Mains, check out the fixes and improvements that have been added to this patch below. It's for, it looks like it's for just PlayStation, so it's available starting today. All right, now major updates. In this patch, we've adjusted some gamepad and keyboard mouse controls, increased health restored from food and items, and added new item storage in the Howling Hill camp. Now that's what I'm talking about, because I don't know why, whose idea this was, but for some reason you got a big ass storage chest at your base and you can't put nothing in it. I went to the Discord and I inquired about this, right? Because I thought this was like a glitch or something. I know Deezy. What up, Deezy? I know Deezy was telling me that this was a glitch that they was having. So I was like, all right, let me go ahead and see, you know, if they know about this, right? They told me that it wasn't even intended for the storage to be used that way. It's just for if you, like when you're out there fighting enemies, and if you happen to not loot an enemy, your loot goes to the chest. So them adding the storage that you can put your items in the storage chest is so great. I'm not even sure why it didn't come in the first place. So, but let's continue. Thank you for those who have been playing Crimson Desert and sharing your feedback with us. As we mentioned in a previous notice, we have been paying close attention to your experience across issue reports, videos, live streams, and community discussions. Your feedback has been invaluable to us, and we appreciate the time and care you have taken to share it with us. This patch includes some of the improvements and fixes we were able to prepare first, includes changes based on player feedback, like the addition of a storage at Howling Hill Camp for storing your inventory items. And like I said, I'm not sure what the fuck that was, why that wasn't included in the beginning of the game. And some improvements related to keyboard and mouse controls. However, this is not the end to our control improvements. We will continue to improve both controller and keyboard/mouse controls moving forward. We are currently reviewing various gameplay elements based on your feedback and will roll out further improvements and fixes in subsequent updates. We remain committed to improving Crimson Desert and your experience in Pywell. Thank you once again for your continued support. Details regarding the patch schedule, fixes, and improvements can be found below. Now let's see if this addressed some of the issues that I've seen players complain about, and one of the major issues I complained about when first playing the game was the controls. The controls was, for lack of better terms, clunky. Like when you're trying to lock on to a character, when you're trying to hit one character, hit another character, it wasn't really fluid. You had to, I don't know, you had to take, it takes practice. It takes practice. It took me a little time to learn and get used to these controls. And then when you lock on, at least on PlayStation, by pushing the down direction, you can't cycle through players when you're locking on. Normally, when you lock on to one player, if you move or look at another character, enemy, it'll target that enemy. But with this, for some reason, it doesn't do that. So let's see if that's something that has changed. Patch 1000.03 will become available on Xbox, Epic Game Store, and Mac App Store at a later time. Please check back and we'll provide updates when this is available. All right, patch notes. Quest. They fixed an issue in the Chapter 2 quest, Reunion, where the cat would sometimes stop leading the way. Improve the Chapter 4 quest, Mysterious Pot, by making the symbol stop briefly when it reaches the connect position while repairing the ancient generator. Fixed an issue in Fixed an issue in Termali's request where the quest would not complete if a Baker shield that had already been refined was refined again. Improved the notification to appear when crime status prohibit the quest from progressing. All right, so for content, they added more Abyss Nexus across the continent of Pywell to improve fast travel via teleportation. Yeah, they did not have a lot of those, so that's something that I like. I've actually only seen about, I think I've only got like 3 of them unlocked, and I got quite a bit of the map opened up. So added the private storage that can be used to store items from your inventory. The private storage is located at the initial temporary lodging in Hernan and at the Howling Hill camp. Reduce the time required to acquire knowledge. Change skill observation to be only required once to learn before being able to use it. Adjusted when Force Palm is learned to allow players to use it much earlier in the game. Well, that's crazy, because I thought it was used at an early time in the game anyway. Reduce the number of hits required to log trees. That's great. Change logging so that trees are chopped with basic swings without aiming first. Decrease the QTE's difficulty in the arm wrestling minigame and when pinned by an opponent. Improve the visibility of items that can provide knowledge by adding icons and tooltips that show the total number of knowledge acquired. Changed ore veins and collectibles to be discovered automatically when you are within a certain proximity. For regular ores, 8 meters, and tools, 2 meters. Bonfires, special cooking tools, grinders, same thing. Oh, okay, yeah. Regular ores, 8 meters, tools, 2 meters, bonfire. All right. Improve Skybridge alignment devices in the Abyss to trigger immediate when placed in the correct activation point. Improved the visibility of Skybridge alignment devices within the Abyss to make them easier to locate. Improve the visibility of the circuit board attachment to Axiom Force to show its lines while being moved. Improved camera movement when aiming a bow at a brazier and adjusted the range for lighting arrows accordingly. What I think was kind of weird to me is like when you're using your bow, how again, I'm on PlayStation, how you hold L2 in order to draw your arrow as well as let go of L2 to shoot. I'm so used to like pushing that trigger button. So R2, which they should have made it to where you push R2 in order to shoot your arrow. That just, it'd be throwing me off sometimes because I'll still push R2, but you know, it does a swing with the knife or something. Added an indestructible brazier in front of the Lion Crest watchtower. Improved the trading post UI to display Damien, Unga, and Cliff's horses inventory. Added effects for destroying facilities at enemy strongholds. The effect of facility destruction are as follows. Infirmary. Wounded enemies no longer return to the fight. Storage facilities. Enemies max health is negative 10%. The barracks facilities. Enemies attack is negative 5. Improve the visuals of certain puzzles for clarity. Increase the health restored by ingredients and food items, and added new food to the Hernan Tavern. That's a good one because you wasn't really getting that much health for the food items. Increase the lantern's range for detecting clues. Reduce stamina consumption for nature's grasp. Fixed an issue where pets would fail to loot items under certain conditions. Change certain items in the witch's shop to reset daily. Change the properties of bismuth ore and how it is gathered. Purification is now applied by default when you approach bismuth ore. Bismuth ore can now be mined using regular methods like a pickaxe rather than requiring lightning damage attacks. Lowered the difficulty of the marksmanship and archery contest minigames. Fixed an issue where the Abyss cell's electric field will not disappear. Improve the visibility of the part that needs to be grabbed with Axiom Force on the Skybridge alignment device. Was that the one I was having problem with? It was one mission that I was so stuck on. Changed Vision to be automatically equipped and play after reading memory fragments with the lantern. That's a cool one. Fixed an issue in the ethereal pathway abyss where players could not observe Force Palm if they did not step onto the abyss nexus. Fixed an issue where stamina was not consumed after a certain quest cutscene. For controls, they improved the response speed of the interaction UI, improved the responsiveness of jump inputs, fixed aiming to target the center of the screen when using a lantern or while unarmed. Improve the equipment quick slot so that reselecting your current equipment will stow it. Improve the that's cool as well. I didn't look at the controls, right, and it took me a little minute to figure out how to stow your weapon. I'm like, how do I put this shit up? But improve the responsiveness of the main menu's UI. Fixed an intermittent issue where the main menu would not open. Improve the responsiveness of character movement controls, and added the following shortcuts to open and close certain menus. Inventory is I, skill K, journal J, map M. What they need to add as well is, like, when you have say for instance you have several arrows that you're picking up in the same area, instead of you picking up one by one, they need to have it where you pick all up. Makes it just a little quicker. The boss fights and combat. Reduce the health and attack of specific enemies and bosses. Reduce stamina consumption for blocking attacks. Lowered the difficulty of the ambush encounters triggered while heading towards the Breed Devil boss stage. Adjusted certain attack patterns for Karush the Slayer. Increased the accumulation of the stun gauge on bosses upon a successful parry. Change boss weakness effects to display even if the player has not acquired the specific knowledge. Fixed an issue where comrades remain when entering a boss fight. Fixed an issue where fire arrows fail to ignite enemies on hit. Fixed an issue where certain bosses fail unnaturally in specific situations. Fixed an issue where certain bosses ran away too frequently when hit under specific circumstances. Fixed an issue where the blinding flash weakness was not being properly applied to certain enemies. Now for the NPC and NPC dialogue, they fixed an issue where some English audio lines was not playing. Reduced the price of restorative items sold by Carl at Howling Hill Camp for 10 silver to 1 silver. Reduced the price of restorative items sold. Okay. Improved animal behavior to appear more natural when near the player. Yeah, the animals, they always rush my ass. I don't know why. Everything seems to, if I get close to it, it rush me like it's gonna attack. What was that? Oh, okay. Improved animal behavior. Fixed abnormal behavior and placement positions for certain NPCs. Fixed an issue where NPCs would catch each other cheating during the minigame duo. Fixed an issue where NPCs would catch each other cheating. That's the issue. Hey, let them NPCs catch each other cheating. Hey, man, stop cheating. Nah, I don't know what that would mean, though, but yeah, that's fixed. Now, for the UI fixes and improvements, improve food items to automatically register to a quick slot upon first acquisition. Improve the display position for the homing pigeon letter UI. Improve the camera movement when observing skills. And fixed an intermittent issue where the UI failed to remove the destination on the map menu. Fixed an intermittent issue where the cursor did not display correctly when navigating the shop menu. Move the knowledge and notification menu from the others tab to the journal tab and adjusted the order. For graphics and setting, this is all PlayStation 5 and Xbox. They've added a toggle for 120 Hz mode within settings. That's a good one. Fixed an issue where settings were not saving correctly after using the default option in the settings menu. Fixed an issue. Yeah, because every time I logged in, I had to do my settings over. All settings from the beginning had to be done over. Fixed an issue where resolution and upscaling settings were not retained when restarting the game. Fixed an issue where character equipment and cats were invisible on the minigame on the minimum performance quality setting. Fixed an issue where the screen quality appeared abnormal when activating FSR, ray regeneration, and DLSS ray reconstruction. Fixed an issue where monitor size was incorrectly detected at certain resolutions, causing abnormal display output. Fixed an issue where the game screen appeared cut off or misaligned in full screen, windowed, and borderlines or borderless window modes. All right, this is for the Mac. Fixed an issue where default graphics settings were incorrectly set to cinematic on certain Mac models. Fixed an issue where the game would occasionally crash under specific graphic settings. Fixed an issue where the game would occasionally freeze when frame regeneration was disabled. Fixed a letterbox rendering issue in cutscenes when frame regeneration was enabled. Fixed an issue where the abyss remained visible in specific situations while on the ground. Improved and fixed various visual effects triggered during specific NPC animations. Improved the appearance of the waterfall in the abyss tutorial. They fixed awkward animations that occurred when a character collided with a wagon. Fixed a issue where letterboxing failed to deactivate after certain cutscenes. And for performance stability gameplay for the PlayStation 5, they fixed an issue where the game would occasionally crash when opening the map menu. Fixed an issue where the game would not launch because dedicated graphic cards were not recognized in environments using both integrated and dedicated graphics cards. Fixed an issue where graphic cards were not correctly recognized on versions below a specific build of Windows 10. Improved detection for graphics cards version that could not be found. They fixed several stability, performance, optimization, and crash issues across PC and console platforms. And for the Xbox, they fixed an issue where gameplay was unavailable while offline. All right, localization. They fixed various localization errors and improved localization quality across all languages. And for others, fixed an issue where the death and loading sequences were delayed. Improved horse behavior to approach the player after being called. Fixed an issue where the character would be pushed sideways when using force palm or stab while against a wall. And fixed an issue where DualSense controller vibration failed to function in specific window environments. For known issues, please check the notice below. And there we have it, everyone. Those have been the complete patch notes for Crimson Desert that just dropped earlier today. So I'm liking a few things in it. You know, the main thing that I see that is something that I like, but again, it should have been already added, which was the chest. We should have been able to put things in our storage box from the beginning. Being that we loot, we farm, collect meat from animals, all these things, flowers. You collect a lot of things, but you can't put it in a chest so you can save it. So that is a great addition to the game. And I'm gonna go ahead and get on and see how this 120 hertz how that mode go ahead and I'm gonna see what that do. But overall, my overall thoughts about this game in general is it's great. I'm loving Crimson Desert, and I've been having an enjoyable time, even though it's been, a little glitches here and there. I've had some of those freezing issues they spoke about, but still, even with that, it's a very fucking good game. So every day I look forward to getting further into it and seeing what opens up when I get to the end. So if you would like some of that gameplay, you can always make sure you hit that subscribe button and notification bell, because I do this daily. I will stream Crimson Desert daily. It's around like 10 o'clock in the morning, Pacific Standard Time. I'm on the West Coast. So other than that, that's about it, y'all. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what you've been thinking about Crimson Desert itself. Have you played it? Have you tried it? Do you love it? Do you hate it? What's your thoughts and opinions on it? Leave it in the comment. And also, what are your best what are the best things that they brought, in your opinion, to these patch notes that they just brought out today. But yeah, appreciate you guys for tuning in. I hope everyone have a good rest of your day, night, morning, whatever time it is for you right now. You know what I mean? And until next time, y'all, game out.